guys, it's Annie. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. So in today's video, I'm doing a super highly requested video where I'm going to share with you guys all the ways that I manage and save my money as a full-time entrepreneur and content creator. And these are not going to be those super lame tips of like cut back on your Starbucks orders or use those like cashback reward apps. These are going to be the real legit methods I use every single day that has helped me to save over $100,000 in the last year. So if you are a full-time content creator or entrepreneur or small business owner and you want to learn some new ways of managing and saving your money, this video is definitely for you. So as good a place as any to start is how I actually make my money in the first place. So I actually have a whole separate video I made about a month ago on my channel where I discuss all of my income streams and the multiple ways I make money as an entrepreneur and content creator. So you guys can totally check out that video to learn all the different ways that I make money in a month and in a year, but definitely one of the best ways to make and save money as a full-time entrepreneur is to have multiple streams of income and have as many as possible, so that if one of them randomly falls through or makes less money this month than it made last month, then you have other streams of income to fall on and support yourself with. So that is one tip I definitely cannot live without. So now this is one method I always super suck at explaining, so bear with me on this. But essentially, I only ever consider how much money I have in my bank account up to what I made last month. So for example, right now we are in the month of July, and over the course of the month of July, I have several paychecks that are going to be hitting my bank account. My AdSense paycheck, my affiliate payments, my sponsorships, those are all going to be reaching my bank account over the course of the month on different days. So I won't know exactly how much money I'm making in July until the very end of the month. Whereas when you have a 9-to-5 job, you know exactly how much money you are getting paid every single month because it's a set amount of money. So to make sure that I am not relying on money I don't currently have in my possession, I only ever think in terms of what is already in my bank account that I made up to the month of June. So planning for my expenses, things I want to buy, things I want to spend money on, I am only ever going to consider money I already have in my bank account and not rely on what is coming my way in the month of July. And then all the money that I make this month in July is going to be considered for my expenses and things I spend in the month of August next month. So that is just one mindset that is really helpful to manage and save my money. So then to follow up on that, something else that I love to do is on the first day of every single month, I sit down and create an expense report. And through a simple search on Pinterest, you can find 1,000,001 different templates that you can print out and use or use digitally on your computer and or phone. But essentially on the first day of every month, I just sit down and track absolutely everything I owe money to every single month. My phone bill, groceries, expenses, all that stuff, so that before I buy or spend money on anything else, I know exactly how much money is owed every single month and how much money is leaving my bank account every month. So that is just one more mindset that has been really crucial to my saving money and managing money, is to not spend a single penny of my bank account until I know exactly how much money is coming out of my bank account. So then going hand in hand with that is the 10 to 20% mentality, where essentially it is recommended that every single month you save at least 10 to 20% of your income if it's manageable. Now of course, if you have a much larger income coming your way, then your percentages may be higher or lower, give or take. Because when it comes to having a six-figure income, making like $10,000 every month, I am most definitely not looking forward to spending over $8,000 every month. But most definitely when I was first getting into saving and managing my income and my money starting from zero, then making like $100 a month and making $1,000 a month, this was one mentality that served me super well. And then to stack on top of that, something else I learned fairly recently is to treat every single expense as a percentage. It doesn't seem like all that much money when you're thinking in terms of $15 for Starbucks or $30 for this or $10 for Spotify. But if you really just take the time to sit down and consider everything you're spending in a month and see every one of those purchases as a percentage of your income, then it becomes really real. And that is when you get a real wake-up call of just how much money you are spending every single month. So before making any kind of a purchase or spending your money, really take the time to sit down and think, what percentage of my overall income is this purchase? And really ask yourself, is 15% of all the money I made this month really worth this dress I want to buy? That for me just makes my money feel a whole lot more tangible and real, and makes me a whole lot smarter when it comes to my spending. Now, if there is anything you take away from this video, please let it be this: track your potential deductions. If you aren't already aware, all the money that you make from your YouTube channel, your sponsorships, your affiliates, or any other income that you make as an entrepreneur is taxable, meaning that you have to pay taxes to your government every single year. But there is this wonderful thing called deductions, which are basically things that you can claim on your tax report that will make the amount of money that you owe to the government be substantially lower. So if you check your federal government's website, there is a long list of what is deductible and what is not. But usually anything that you spend in terms of your business that benefits your overall business as an entrepreneur or business owner is a deductible. So as an example for me, pretty much anything I spend for my job as a YouTuber, meaning my camera, my laptop, my phone, my editing software, my licenses to TubeBuddy, anything that I spend money on that benefits my YouTube channel or my business as a creator is a deductible. So I printed another template off of Pinterest where essentially it is a tracker for my deductibles, and anytime I buy anything or pay for anything as a content creator, I can list that as a deductible so that every year whenever I do my taxes, I have a running list of all my deductibles that I can put into my tax report. And in case you are wondering, does this actually work? Does this actually lower the money that you owe the government? Last year in 2020, this actually lowered the money that I owed by $3,000. So definitely no joke, this is one of the biggest things that helps me save so much money every single year. Another super important mentality for me personally is future over present. Whether or not I am still YouTubing at 60 or 80 years old, I will one day reach the typical retirement age in Canada. And beginning to save for your retirement when you are in your 20s or your 30s is one of the smartest financial moves you can possibly make. So as soon as those payments hit my bank account every single month, I always put aside a portion of that money into my retirement fund. And in Canada, we have this beautiful thing known as a TFSA, a tax-free savings account, meaning that any and all money that you put into your TFSA is not taxable and the government can't touch it. So if you are a business owner or an entrepreneur, I 11 on 10 recommend you reach out to a financial advisor or your bank and learn anything you can possibly learn about saving for the future and your retirement. Guys, I cannot stress this enough. Always know your credit score. Especially if you are like me in your younger 20s or you're super young, keeping up a really good credit score when you are in your 20s and really young is something your future self will thank you for tenfold. Having a good credit score is something that is always super important, but especially as an entrepreneur or a content creator when you don't have a 9-to-5 job behind you, because you will get your credit score checked for things like buying a house or renting an apartment or getting a loan from the bank. So it is so important to have an account with something like Equifax or Wealthsimple so that you can constantly stay on top of your credit score and how good or bad it is. I first learned about this earlier last year in the fall, and thank God I had a really high credit score, but I definitely learned back then why it is so important to have a really high credit score, so I cannot stress this to you guys enough. Now this last tip is so crucial to me personally, and that is you do not spend a penny if that money is not coming back to you. Now obviously that does not mean that you are not allowed to go out to Starbucks or have dinner with your best friends or splurge on a nice vacation every now and again, but as an overall rule, when I'm about to buy anything, the first and the most important question is, will spending this money somehow value me long term and bring me some kind of a benefit? Buying bigger ticket items like my iPhone, my camera, my laptop, those are all things that have gone back into growing my business and making more income. Paying for my family's vacation to Vancouver to watch my cousin get married is a memory that will serve me and my family for the rest of my life. So spending that money was most definitely an investment of my money. Whereas splurging all your money on a shopping spree at the mall or buying random things online that you're never going to use again, that is a total waste of money that is never coming back to you. I cannot even count how many times I have talked myself out of buying something with this mentality, which of course has saved me so much money. So if you are newer to saving money and managing your money, this is one mentality I so recommend to you. So yeah, that is pretty much it for all of my tips, tricks, and methods to save your money and manage your money as an entrepreneur, as a content creator, that have absolutely changed my life and hope will change yours as well. As always, thank you all for watching, love you all to the moon and back, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!